Welcome to OG Comics Review. Guys, gals, friends, foes, and hoes! I am the OG, coming to you from Panama City Beach, Florida, living the three-stripe life. Guys, we're going to go over comic polls from January 11. Yes, these videos are behind, but they're meant for those of you that do not like spoilers. And I know we've talked about before that the OG does not give a crap about spoilers. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. I'm just trying to be considerate. Anyway, we're going to start with polls from January 11. Right off the bat, guys, we have X-Men. And I'm going to tell you, X-Men has been on fire. I'm down for it. Very well written right now. This is a variant cover from Joshua Cassera. We have Laura Kinney, X-23. There are two X-23s right now. If you remember back in the day, and yes, I'm going off my script. The OG tries to script these out, so I'm just not mumbling along through my podcast for you. There are two Laura Kennys. One went into the vault. You guys know about the vault. Time it moves differently there. She aged, who knows? It's hard to say how long she was actually in the vault. 300 years, 400 years, 500 years. All I can tell you guys, I know this is a fictional character. X-23, Laura Kinney, is mature, like 40 or something, and she looks hot. Anyway, getting back into this, this is Laura Kinney, X-23, not Alpha, Omega, or B, I don't know. This is the young one. This is the one actually that has been resurrected and has adamantium claws, something that the Alpha does not have, nor does she desire. And I find that very interesting. She is also a couple with Sync. They spent time in the vault. More on that later. It is complicated, but it adds to the mystique of that title. X-Men is blowing up. We'll talk about those titles. I'm all into the X-Men. I'm not a big fan of Mutant Resurrections. I don't like Krakoa. I don't want to see Krakoa, the island itself, which is a mutant. I don't want to see him die or it die or whatever, but I'm not a fan of this real, living the lifestyle of the rich and famous. I'm not a fan of it. Wolverine has just been awesome. And this is, I'm going to tell you, the Beast has been manipulating Wolverine for a while. He basically has him rabid. He's got a bio collar around him. He's been resurrected. The Beast freaking killed him. He's mindless. He is a mindless assassin. That's what he is. But the island itself, Krakoa, which is somehow merged with Sabretooth, it's complicated, but rescued him. And he is slowly but surely getting his noggin back together. And he's going to rescue Bannister, his good friend Bannister. And I love that human element of Wolverine. You guys know, I've said this before. I think the X-Men, I think the franchise, they use Wolverine a little too much. There are other characters that are worth the development. As much as I hate Storm, I don't really hate Storm. She gets on my nerves, but she's a boss. I've always said that. She's a boss. Cyclops is a boss. Storm beats Cyclops. Storm is an Omega level mutant. This is complicated. It's a complicated relationship between me and the X-Men. But what happens every Wednesday? I get right in line. My pull list has plenty of X-Men. I'm along for the ride. This is coming to an end. This is Predator number 6. This is the end of this line. This is the Predator he's missing a mandible. And you guys know it. I'll tell you about the mandible claw. It's been a great story. She finally kills the Predator that killed her family. So we're going to see another arc This is a variant cover. It's done by Carlos Magno. I'm not very familiar with him, but it's a gorgeous cover. I love the Predator. I love the Alien franchise when it's done right. And so far in the comic books, they've been doing a great job. Amazing Spider-Man, John Romita Jr. cover. I don't like the cross event, the Dark Web, but I get it. That's how Marvel makes money. John Romita Jr. cover. It is gorgeous. Hey, John Romita Jr., his style's not for everybody, but the OG does like it. I've met him. He's a very nice man. His father, John Romita, number one to me. Number one. Clearly a strong number one. Number two, John Byrne. This is a variant cover. This is an homage to 1967. Amazing Spider-Man 50. First appearance of the Kingpin. But this is John Romita Jr.'s version. An homage. It's gorgeous. I had to have it. And my local comic book store set me up. Oh, guys. J. Scott Campbell. We have another Mary Jane Black Cat. I'm going to tell you guys. Unless it's a killer cover, I'm done with it. I couldn't even read it. It's terrible. I'm done with Mary Jane. I love Mary Jane from the 70s, the late 60s. I'm done with Mary Jane. There's just too much Mary Jane. She has powers now. Just me. Anyway, this is the big pull. This is the only one right here from the previous pull of January 4th. This was a great comic book. This was Scarlet Witch #1. Some things about this. We're going to go back in time. The villain in the comic book is the Corruptor. The Corruptor from the Man Called Nova in 1976-77. Issue #4, I believe. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. The Corruptor. Wanda is still on this kick of trying to make up for her sins with No More Mutants when she cast the Hex curse where mutants lost powers. Over 50% of them. It's crazy. But so far, it's a very good issue. I'm down for #2. I love the Scarlet Witch. You guys know that. Anyway, I just thought it was funny that they picked a character, an old school character, the Corruptor of all people. I hadn't heard of the Corruptor since the 70s. Okay, we're going to do a question. We're going to share a toy right here. This is a Walmart exclusive. You guys know I love me some robots and I love Lost in Space. This is Robbie the Robot. Guys, gals, friends, foes, and hoes, this was at Walmart for $25 or $15. It's ridiculous. It's fantastic. It's gone now. You done missed your time, but it was a gorgeous toy. It can't be beat for that price. Visit your Walmart. Take a walk around there every once in a while if you're into this stuff. Question. Where we at here? Sorry. Question. Frankie's Comics. Frankie's Comics is an outlet that you can buy comic books from, but their forte is exclusive covers. They're out of business. They're gone. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. They screwed the OG out of $41. I had 2 exclusive variants that were supposed to be coming to me. One was Hellcat. That came from an Iron Man issue. I don't remember the issue, but I liked it. I bought it. There was a variant cover of the Scarlet Witch. You guys know I love the Scarlet Witch. It's not coming either. They're out of business. The OG got screwed out of about $42. There's a lot of people out there that got screwed out of a lot more. So be careful when you guys get into these variants. It's a tricky slope. I don't want to see anybody get ripped off. Okay, do we have anything else? Nope, that's going to be it. We're going to bring this OG Comic Books episode to a close. I'm not used to having all this mouth room. Usually I'm talking through a very constricted area, something like this or like this. Anyway, you guys make sure you're visiting your local comic book store, digging through those long boxes, sharing your finds with the OG. We'll talk about them. Guys, I still don't know what's going on with the questions, the comments. I'm not getting them. Many of you are reaching out to me through Messenger. I'm addressing your questions as I get them. Make sure you slap the ass on that like button, and the OG will respond. Guys, we are out. Peace, love, and soul.